My name is Tanisha Kuykendall, and I am the Senior Program Manager for College Success at Let's Get Ready.
Love that. So we're using the tagline, students are the solution. What does that mean to you?
Students are the solution. That tagline means that our students have the potential, they have the energy, and they have the growth mindset, or at least the mindset overall, an innovative mindset to be able to make change. And so with our coaches, specifically our juniors and seniors, if you think about it, they were actually in college during the pandemic, right? And so they have the experience of being able to handle all the challenges and obstacles while they were completely remote, but also while they were in person. And so for them, being the solution and helping the students now that are in school who were in high school during the pandemic and are now in college wishing that it was back in the pandemic, right, where everything was completely remote, but navigating what it looks like to pass their classes and do well in person, they're able to truly help them make sure that they succeed and graduate just like they're about to.
I love that. And in your expert opinion, why should students and partners work with Let's Get Ready?
So for students, why students should work with Let's Get Ready, I would have to say because our coaches are eager to help our students. There's not one moment in your college journey that you're not going to have some type of obstacle or struggle. And so being able or knowing that you have someone that you can lean on who has walked in your shoes, who has sought out resources and understandings on things to help them graduate or at least progress through college, and they're ready to help you with the same thing, that is enough in itself to be like, okay, let me join this program. And so for the students, knowing that you have somebody who will not only support you, but walk alongside you and give you real life support, I think is very important. And to our partners, just knowing that you're aligning yourself with a company that definitely creates equity, right? Educational equity, but also you're partnering with a company who truly cares about finding the answers and being the solution to helping students graduate. Not just talking about it, but actually doing it.
I love it. And to that end, you mentioned like what the coaches are doing and people at, but we're a virtual program, program model that leverages technology. Talk us through how we leverage it and how we utilize technology with the support and the experience and the expertise and humanity of people that work with us.
So with the Core Plus program specifically, we leverage our technology, of course, through text messaging or texting our students, but also hosting video calls and calling them over the phone so we can build connection. But what I enjoy most about our program is that we're real. So the students are sending them updates. We actually have one coach who is an HBCU. She attends the HBCU, and she has a caseload of students who are at HBCU. And she knows how important homecomings are for HBCUs. And so she wanted to know what everybody was wearing. And there was actually a student who asked her to get on the phone so that she could go over her outfits with her to make sure that she was dressed her first year right for homecoming. And so that's just an example of how real and how comfortable the conversations and engagement can get between our students and our coaches.
Tanisha, you bring up a great point, and you have to expound on that for me too, because one could look at that and say, why is it important for you to know about coach? That's not the real nitty gritty work, but that's a part of the experience. Why is it valuable?
It's very valuable because a sense of belonging is valuable. It's actually, I learned this when I was in higher education, but the first 6 weeks are very important, right? It makes or breaks whether a student wants to stay in school or whether they will end up just leaving and going back home. And so being able to make sure that the students feel connected on campus, they feel at home, they feel at ease, they've created connections and built resources and can go to someone who's able to help them is super, super important and vital to them staying and wanting to persist while they're in school. And so our coaches have done a great job at being that virtual help for them, that if they need some understanding or because it's for some of them, it's their first time, right, getting on campus. And so being able to have that guide who walks alongside you as a first year mentor to help you understand how to truly create that sense of belonging and get acclimated on campus.